Hello again adventurers, welcome to the exciting video. In today's vlog we're gonna show you some of the big and hiking trips we experienced in Alanya, Turkey. Let's get into the vlog.
You saucy.
Alright, over here I'm flying a drone in a Konakli area near Alanya where we bought an apartment. It's a pretty good area, you can swim around these cliffs and the water is pretty clear and also pretty warm, around 20 degrees still in December. So I can train my swimming here, unlike in Serbia where it's already really cold. You can also train tennis here, there is many tennis courts and the high temperature during the day is around 24 degrees. And over here we are witnessing a first time experience of seeing a tornado on the sea. First we were not sure if it's a real tornado, but when we look closer you could see the water swirling around, so it was really incredible to see, but at the same time we were scared. We didn't know if it's gonna hit even our apartment complex. Right, and over here we saw as the tornado started to approach the land and started swirling around these hotel areas. As you can see, the dirt started to go up and we're starting to get worried that it's gonna destroy everything around. But luckily within the seconds it just stopped completely, so I think this is just a sea tornado and it doesn't just lose the power as soon as it hits the ground and some higher structures. But this is a clear sign that climate change is getting worse. Talking to people who are living here a long time, they never experienced anything like this. And over here I'm swimming in a Sapadara canyon, which is probably the most popular touristic attraction near Alanya. As you can see, at the end of a probably 1 kilometer walk you have this waterfall where you can swim, even though the water is not the warmest. However, after the waterfall there is a hike that goes up the hill and leads to the viewpoint where you have amazing views of the surrounding mountains, and there's also much less people here. These are Taurus mountains, as you can see they are pretty spectacular. However, they are not really accessible. If you look at all the outdoor apps for hiking, you don't find any hiking trails around here. The only way to hike in Turkey is just to follow all dirt roads, but they don't usually lead to high peaks, so if you want to access those peaks you have to do some serious bushwhacking. So Turkish culture is similar to Serbian culture, meaning they don't really have any hiking culture, so that's why you don't find any hiking paths here. And the only way how Turkish people go to nature is just for some barbecue with a car. And I also see that they don't see nature as something to protect, they only see something to exploit, whether it be for logging of woods, making pastures, or extracting rocks for building material. In bigger cities like Antalya or Alanya, the street dog population is managed, but outside of the cities you can still see a lot of street dogs, and here we are just feeding some of them. Also, many of the street dogs in Turkey are pretty big, so they require a lot of food, because from the past their dogs wanted to be the biggest to protect the cattle. Here we see some paragliders, which is the most popular touristic activity to do in Alanya. Right over here we are hiking at some Roman ruins near Alanya, and you can see the development here is pretty crazy. They deforested most of the area, which leads to the loss of topsoil during the rain season. When the torrential rain comes in November, December and January, they just wash off all the topsoil because it's not protected by the trees. And that's why Turkey has a big problem with the loss of topsoil. They can only grow in glass houses, same like in Spain, which are pretty expensive. And that's why there is so much inflation, because basically the agriculture has a big problem with the loss of topsoil. It just becomes a barren land of only bare rocks, so they can only grow less and less each year. But I think they'll become same like in Spain, that they'll just build more greenhouses to produce fruits and vegetables. here I'm flying a drone around Alara Castle, which is about 45 minutes from Alanya, and it's also ancient Roman ruins, but we came here pretty late in the evening, so you can see it's not good visibility here. And it's pretty adventurous hike. You have to do a little bit of scrambling to get to the top, so I will definitely leave at least a half a day for this hike. I also know that there is some locals who have properties around this hill who would want some money from you, and if you give him a little bit he will just want more, so it's just another Turkish scam, so be aware of it, and I would not give them anything. Alright adventurers, thanks for watching another amazing video from Turkey. Stay tuned for more adventures, and as always, stay healthy and stay adventurous!